what's really going on. Bitcoin, crypto, and currency. We're back on Stellar Lumen against Tether. We're looking for some of the key technical aspects of price action moving forward, assessing some of the pivotal areas of support and resistance I believe we're going to be interacting with in the near future here. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you bullish? Are you bearish on price action? What are you doing with your bags if you have one? Have you been accumulating through the lows? Are you bullish on XLM moving forward? Are we going to plow to and through $1, $10, head straight to the moon? Or are we plummeting straight to zero? We're in a bear market. There's more downside ahead. Are you shorting all of these upswings? Let me know your thoughts on that direction of price action down in the comment section below. Now, jumping right into it, we have price action currently interacting with a very critical range of consolidation that we've experienced. Some very volatile price action between during the kind of like dates here of 6th of January of 2021 all the way to the pretty much like 6th of February of this year. A good month of consolidation, experiencing resistance present at 38 cents, in addition to support found near a key level around 24 cents. We do have price action finding support at a kind of lower level here, but I do believe the key level to consider is going to be 24 cents moving forward. We have price action coming from support found at that level, getting bullish enough to plow through previous resistance at 38 cents, interact with those highs around relatively like 60 cents there, before experiencing some resistance and returning to previous resistance levels to confirm it as support. We have a good several weeks of price action consolidating above 38 cents, confirming it as support for a good like 42 days before breaking upward, creating some higher highs and then kind of rinse repeating, falling back to kind of previous resistance, confirming it as support. Ultimately, the trend was looking very bullish up until that abrupt change in momentum on the dreaded 19th of May there, sending price action plummeting to and through all of the beautiful, just recently established support down into a kind of another phase of accumulation. However, we were looking very bullish through all of this, and we have recovered very aggressively, looking to return to the levels that we kind of just came from. So, what's going on for XLM at the moment currently? Lots of factors in play, adding to the volatility. Overall, very bullish in my opinion. We're going to turn on EngineeringRobo. In addition to the Fibot Lamborghini levels of zucchinis, what do we have here? Price action currently experiencing sell pressure and resistance around that 38 cent level. We had a few days consolidating up against it there. We failed to get back above it. We do have some price action trading above it kind of a couple weeks ago, but ultimately currently experiencing that sell pressure present there. But on the bullish perspective, we are getting bought up at a current higher low relative to perhaps the swings on kind of like the 17th, 18th, and 19th of August. We have price action bottoming out at this level, would look very bullish for us moving forward, and could perhaps give us the momentum to plow to and through this overhead resistance, which is going to be rather tricky here in my opinion, as we're going to be entering a range which we have spent good tens of days kind of trading between. We've entered this range kind of multiple times and have spent several sort of phases accumulating within it. So I do believe overhead, some of these factors contributing to potential sell pressure are going to be my 38 cent resistance, the underside of this 200 daily moving average, which we've already gotten a little bit of a rejection off of. We also have the 0.5 Fibonacci level at 41 cents, giving us a hard time as well. So there definitely is going to be some significant levels we will have to conquer over the coming weeks before we can get kind of more comfortably bullish on XLM, as there are currently some technical bearish aspects in play. At the moment, fundamentally, we are looking very bullish. We do have some room down here for some downside in the short term to kind of still be bullish. Support found above 32 cents is ultimately going to be, very, great for XLM in the kind of longer term here. More sideways we have, the kind of more bullish we can be in the overall uptrend, as we have been, recovering very aggressively from this kind of multi-month downside toward these kind of key support levels below that, 200 day late moving average. We've recovered very aggressively, ever since finding support from this 0.236 level, 21 cents, a key Fibonacci range that we have two very kind of bullish interactions with. EngineeringRobo has also been kind of bullish on XLM since the 22nd of July, and we've been experiencing that upside ever since. So currently, any downside is going to be rather short-lived, in my opinion. It's going to be, a great time to be buying in this current uptrend. However, we are technically interacting with a very key level of volatility here. There is some significant overhead resistance all the way up until kind of 41 cents there. So there definitely is going to be a lot of factors contributing to XLM's short-term volatility moving forward. However, I do believe we are rather bullish, and we will likely see price action up near kind of 50, 60 cents very soon. So lots going on for XLM against USDT. We're going to swap over to XLM against Bitcoin. We're going to see how price action is holding up to cryptocurrency volatility. What do we have here? Price action currently respecting these kind of 2 Fibonacci levels here, in addition to my kind of key level. I have around 751 Satoshi is kind of going to be the midline between these 2 Fibonacci levels that we've been interacting with. Currently resistance is present around the 0.382 Fib level there. 839 Satoshi is going to be giving us a hard time moving forward, but we do have that very crucial support and buy pressure present around the 0.236 Fibonacci level, 656 Satoshi. So we're definitely trapped in a range here that we could trade sideways for a period of days to weeks before we continue perhaps upward. I do believe we're interacting with a level of support, and there definitely is fundamental buy pressure present at this range. Previous interaction with this zone, as we were finding support off of the 0.236 line, and when my 751 Satoshi level was resistance, kind of between the 11th of March and the kind of 4th of April of this year, we experienced some very tight consolidation, and but ultimately found support and held in a very bullish manner, finding its way up to and through all this overhead resistance, even returning to it to confirm it further as support, and giving us the kind of upward momentum there to get to the my resistance level around 1563 Satoshi. So I do believe returning to this level is going to be very bullish for us in the kind of longer term, very healthy for the uptrend in a kind of more longer perspective. I do believe any kind of sideways or downside we experience kind of moving forward is going to be very bullish for us in a kind of more wider perspective. However, in the kind of short term and mid term, there are still a lot of aspects in play contributing to the volatility. We do have price action below the 200 daily moving average against the price of Bitcoin, suggesting that there are going to be some pullbacks and some sell pressure present until we can potentially find support above the 0.382 Fib level there. We have the underside of the 200 daily moving average waiting for us as well, but on the kind of bullish side, we are interacting with a key area of fundamental support, in my opinion, and we have EngineeringRobo bullish yet again at these levels, kind of suggesting that there are some bulls in play and some upside is pending. So if EngineeringRobo can stay bullish through all of this, and we can confirm support at 750 Satoshi, that's going to be very good for us in the kind of longer term here. That is going to be perhaps what gives us the momentum to plow to and through the 0.382. We may have to return to it to kind of further confirm it as support. So right now we're going to see just how the volatility plays out over the next kind of coming couple of weeks as we establish support at these levels. Overall, we're looking very bullish, in my opinion, against Bitcoin. We will have to see kind of just where we bottom out. So lots going on for XLM currently, the crypto sphere, and definitely a very volatile state. We're going to swap over to Bitcoin against Tether. We're going to see what's happening in cryptocurrency. What do we have here? Price action falling beneath my $48,000 kind of key level there, suggesting potential resistance present at that range. We failed to get up to that 0.786, $51,700 per Bitcoin. We've kind of yet to interact with kind of in the more recent sort of time frames here. We've experienced that sell pressure present and a lot of traders taking profit around the perhaps psychological 50K level. I do believe this very aggressive upside in a rather short amount of time is typically met with this type of sell pressure, especially in the kind of state that cryptocurrency is in. This seems very normal for any kind of uptrend, so any kind of downside and any kind of bearish price action we experience is going to be very bullish for us in the kind of longer term here. I do believe overall price action is headed for all-time highs and then some, and any sort of pullbacks, any sort of short-term confirmations of support is going to be very healthy for this current uptrend that we are still in. I do believe this downside, this consolidation downward toward 30K from the euphoric $64,000 levels was very healthy for Bitcoin, and was perhaps what was necessary for us to get past previous all-time highs and interact with the 6 figures plus kind of range. Overall, we're still looking very bullish, in my opinion. We are going to have to see, though, how we interact with 48K from a technical standpoint, because I'm always looking for support, and there always going to be, short-term downside in any sort of, longer-term upside. We will have to see where support is found. So, if resistance is present around that 48K level, and we continue to see, some downward price action support will likely be present, just above, around, or under the 200 daily moving average, as we've experienced very significant buy pressure coming off of it so far. We failed to hold it, however. We do also have the 0.618 Fibonacci level down there at $41,500 per Bitcoin, waiting for us if we, were to have a rather aggressive kind of pullback to shake out some of the, bears currently in the market, thinking that there's more downside. So it's very hard to be kind of bearish on Bitcoin at the moment. EngineeringRobo has been bullish since the 24th of July of this year. The upside has continued kind of ever since, plowing to and through all of the overhead resistance here, recovering very aggressively from that multi-month kind of downside. So I do suspect price action will likely continue upward in its kind of coming kind of weeks here. However, currently interacting with resistance, we will have to see just how bullish we can be against the technical sell pressure present. Further confirmations of support are always great. There's never a bad time to buy Bitcoin, only better times. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hearing my analysis. Try EngineeringRobo free with the link in the description. Subscribe here on YouTube. Check out all the other social media down below. Let me know in the comment section what you're doing with your bags, if you have them. Are you bullish on Bitcoin? Are you bullish on Stellar? Where do you think price action is likely to go? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for tuning in, and tune in for the next one.